Happy Valentine's Day. It's Grandma Moore heading out. Already picked up 2 crumble cookie orders. One's been delivered. On my way to deliver the other one. Come along. Let's see what Valentine brings us today. All right, the first 45 minutes already made $26.25 by dropping off 2 crumble cookie orders. There's promos from now until 1:30 this afternoon. This could be a good thing or a bad thing. It's nice to have the promos. I was already scheduled to work. This is the zone I work in. But just going to crumble cookie, there were a lot of dashers. So I'm not sure if this is going to bring a lot of dashers out and make the orders few and far between. All right, got this Taco Bell order for $7, going 3.5 miles. They had sent me a Myers stacked order for $26 for 71 items. There was no way I was taking that one. So on my way to deliver this Taco Bell. Even with the peak pay, the payouts still less than mileage. So I went ahead and took this one, $8 for 4.5 miles. And even though there's a $2.50 peak pay, still kind of sad, but here we go. Well, there's been lots and lots of dashers out, so the orders are very scarce. I've declined a lot, but I accepted this one. It's $8.50 for 2.2 miles, and hopefully it'll be ready, and trying to find a different area where there's less dashers. Well, I changed areas, and that seems to help. I got another McDonald's order for $8, only going 1.3 miles. Some of these McDonald's are slow, but that's going to be a quick drop off. Well, that was a horrible mess. So they stacked it with another order. They're saying it was already picked up. There's a brand new dasher in there, only a second order. And they did the same thing to him with a different name. And he was so confused, but I was trying to handle all of that. He went and ordered it himself and thinks he's going to get reimbursed. I hope to God he is. So I don't remember if this is the $8, $8.50 one, but I got half pay for the one that was already supposedly picked up. All right, the estimated time is 3 to 13 minutes. And I just went like 1 minute away from the McDonald's. I'm going to try to go back to the McDonald's and help that new dasher and see if he got everything okay. I don't know why I'm worried about him, but I'm so worried about him. He was trying to ask for help, but it was so confusing at the moment. He had paid $10 out of his own pocket for this order, waited 15 minutes for the order, and just now going to deliver. It was his second order ever on DoorDash. Luckily, I caught up with them and I told him, don't do that. Just call support. You know, I got half pay, you'll get half pay, but don't pay for it out of your pocket. Because I'm not sure how long it takes for you to get reimbursed. And I personally don't trust that. So, but maybe if I ever did it, it wouldn't be so bad. I don't know. But I was just so worried about him. But he got his order. He's on his way. So that's good. I'm glad I stopped by and just kind of checked on him, let him know that, you know, he didn't even know how to call support. So I went over, I had gotten an order in the meantime, but I was trying to teach him real quick. And I told him he can always Google DoorDash support if he needs to call them. So he didn't know he could do any of that. So I'm glad I got that opportunity to talk to him. So anyway, I got a $9.50 for 3 items at the dollar store. Going a couple of miles, I don't remember. Once I saw all those dashers at Chick-fil-A in my favorite area of the zone, and I decided to leave that area, it's gone so much better. There isn't as, I just went to the McDonald's. I'm going to go to the dollar store and stuff, and there's hardly any dashers. I've only seen 3, where at the Chick-fil-A there was 10. So definitely trying to be smarter by going where there's less dashers is helpful. All right, I took this order for $10.75 for 32 items, but 30 of it is just crickets. So it's really like 3 items. So when took it, it's only like 4 something miles. It takes me back over the area I like, and I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed, that the Door Dashers have left the area and I could go back to my favorite spot. Usually that's kind of what happens. They all kind of congregate there in the morning and then they leave. So if not, I'll have to come back to this part of the zone. All right, I took this $15 order for 6 items for 15 something miles, but oh well, trying to make the money. That last delivery probably wasn't worth it, and then it was scary. It looked like the house was abandoned, but there was an Amazon package on the porch, but I had my daughter stay on the phone with me because I was a little nervous, but got over it. Now almost back to the zone. Today's devotion is about biblical love, and it meant a lot to me because it says, he then describes the nature of biblical love, which is patience, kind, humble, and slow to anger. And man, I needed those lessons. Doing DoorDash really gave me the chance to um, build my relationship with God. And I prayed to be humble and slow to anger. Like I said before, I was a hothead and wound tight and all those things. And when I worked for the government and I was making decent money, having an extra $10 or $100, it was like everybody should have that. And so it's nice to, now I don't have that and be humble and appreciate it. But this time doing DoorDash, just to have that alone time and be able to spend it with God as I'm sitting in my car and traveling and doing different things, or I see a fault of mine, it allows me that time to stop and pray. And in this particular devotion that it talks about that is in 1 Corinthians 1 through, I can't read it, 1 through 8. So I'm just going to read the first verse. If I speak with tongues of men and of angels, but do not have love, I have become a noisy gong and clanging cymbal. And if you continue to read, I could do this, but if I don't have love, it means nothing. So, if you're not humble and you anger easily, then you're not showing love. So I don't know, this particular devotion hit me hard. I prayed very hard about it because I've had all those issues where I angered easily and definitely went through kind of a snobby stage in my life, I guess you could say. So I have grown so much. It's, just having that time in my car with God has just been really eye-opener. And getting my feedback. At first, I didn't do great on my customer service. At work, it said communication was poor for me because I'm not super social or anything like that. And then when I start getting my feedback on DoorDash and Uber, communication is my worst one. And I never really realized that. So getting this different type of feedback really helped. Now I have a 5.0 customer service for now. We'll see how long that takes to change. But I did have to get humble. I did have to show love and be appreciative. So I don't know. I thought that was for me personally, a good devotion. And doing DoorDash, I had to learn how to have patience. I had none. It was like, come on, hurry up with these orders. What's taking you so long? Every once in a while, I'll still do that if it seems like something isn't equaling out. But for the most part, I'm pretty calm. Just play on my phone, wait. So that's why I like y'all's comments during the day. It helps me. All right, I got this stacked order for $14 for Harry's Tap House and Jersey Mike's. They're next door to each other, so that's nice. It's only going 4 miles. It's always fun to deliver the flowers and the candies, but today, except for the very first order where it was the 2 crumble cookies, I have done no Valentine stuff. So this order was easy, but I had one simple problem. Whenever I scanned the disinfectant spray, it said it was incorrect. It was linen. And so took a picture of the Morning Glory fragrance because that's all they had was the Morning Glory, Morning Breeze or something. So, I went ahead and took a picture of it, sent it to her, see if she wanted to replace it or whatever. So I finished everything else because it's just in the next aisle. And before I leave, I want to touch base with her. So I call her. She doesn't answer. I go back in and look at it, and I had issued a refund, but I started thinking, and it was for the Morning Glory's Breeze or whatever it was, but it was scanning wrong as linen, fresh linen. So I did not pay attention close enough to realize it was just it scanned it incorrectly, but it was the correct. So I was able to go in and fix it. But I just wanted to bring that up that sometimes it has a wrong description. It did that to me the other day for something else. So just pay close attention. Well, I found me a spot to park. I was going to eat a snack. As soon as I parked, I got an order. So $9 for 4 miles from Chipotle. That was kind of strange. The door was wide open, and there was somebody on the first floor, and she couldn't get the person for me, so I had to call. I don't know. It was almost like a dormitory in a way, but I don't know why there would be one right there. So it's 1:35. I've made 134.75, and I've went 94.7 miles. So it's a good day. Now all the peak pays are over. They don't start again until 5:30. I doubt I'll work that late. Well, I haven't had any orders for about a half hour. So been parked sitting around. So Uber sent me the 16.25 stacked order for Red Lobster and Chili's. It's going like 19 miles, but that'll make my 150 before 3 o'clock. And then it will be close to my house, but I don't want to give up yet. So I'm not sure, but at least I'll have made my goal. You ones that multi-app, have you noticed a difference between like Uber and DoorDash? At Culver's, you have to put in a PIN for DoorDash, but you don't have to for Uber. And then I just picked up at Chili's. If it's DoorDash, they leave it behind the counter, but if it's Uber, they leave it on the shelf. I just find it weird they do all these differences. He wanted to take his kid out to eat and locked his keys in the car. He gave me $1 cash tip. On this delivery, now this is Uber, it says meet at door, and then the note says, please leave at door. Now, whenever I do DoorDash and it does that, it lets me take a picture. Whenever I just go to the text messages and do a picture, and it's all good. But I tried that on Uber and I don't know how. So it makes me uncomfortable on Uber because I can't take a picture in the text message. So, but I'll just do what it says and hope for the best. Well, it's 3 o'clock. I'm really not ready to go home, but I don't want to drive to the other zone. So this zone is very busy. It's hard to come by decent orders usually. So I went ahead and logged in a DoorDash. I still have Uber open. I've made my 150. I went 120.8 miles. But I went ahead and took this $4.75 for 3 items at the dollar store. I think it's like 2 miles. So I figured, well, just gonna try to stay out for just a little bit longer and see what I can get done. To stay in this area, it's gonna be pretty bad orders. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I accepted this $4.50 for 7 items. It's only 1 mile. School's letting out. It's busy here. I took this $10 Walgreens pickup. It's been an exhausting day. It's about 4:30 and sitting here waiting for another order. I don't think I'm gonna get one. Go ahead and close out. And so I started about 8:15, so about 8 hours. Made $178, went almost 141 miles. So not bad. The promos did help today. I was kind of, at first it worked and then it didn't. There were so many dashers, but then I just moved the area and that helped a lot. Separated myself from the mass amount of dashers in the one area. And then, so this afternoon has been a little slow and I should have went back to the other zone, but since I was up here, I just want to stay close to home. And I was hoping that I would do more about the devotion, but it was so crazy. And then earlier at the dollar store, my app went out. I had to call support. They had to close everything out and restart. I didn't have to reinstall my app. They just had to say, they had to confirm it on their end instead of me taking pictures of the receipt. It happens to me whenever they add a shopping order. A lot of times that happens. I don't know why. And so, yeah, gonna go home and spend Valentine's with my hubby and probably watch a movie or something. So hope y'all are doing great. Hope you had a great Valentine's. I'm so happy that Isabella's home. What a great testament to the power of prayer. Stay happy, make lots of money. God bless you.